Hello ladies and gentlemen, Cone Dodger here, and welcome to the season and series finale of the F1 2017 career. Today we are going to head to Abu Dhabi, already having clinched the championship, and because of that, and because it is the last race of our career, we're going to take a look at where we stand overall in the field. This has always been a career with the intent of making videos in mind. The difficulty we settled on there was Master or 90. I'm curious though, where would we stand if that difficulty was on full 100 Legend level? This will affect our championship. We are still battling for the manufacturer or constructor title, and this is going to be an extra challenge on top of that. On top of the fact, we are going to start last in this race because we need all new parts for our car. Let's get to it.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
Hey, thanks. 6th place is not going to happen, I can tell you that much right now. I'm going to go out here and do Q1. I just want to see where I would have been in Q1. I highly doubt I would make it out of Q1, but I can say Q1 like 3 more times and it might be possible. Alright, let me
you should be able to get
drop
into
the
the next
fuel out.
qualifying session easily, so try to get a hot lap in early so we can save the tyres.
You've never been more wrong, Jeff. Drop the fuel out of the thing, go out and do a lap or two and see where we stand. I don't have to worry about where or anything, so it's not hurting me to go do this lap. I'm just kind of curious. I can tell you that on normal difficulty, like the difficulty we've been using, I had a hard time keeping up here. This is one of those tracks where they seem to have kind of missed the balance a little bit, and the AI are just significantly faster than they normally are in qualifying. In the race, they come back to you though. So I'm not convinced that I would qualify very well here, even on the regular difficulty level, but I'm sure we could have made it to Q3. But on full legendary, actually more than legendary, it's 5 points above legendary difficulty, I find it's going to be next to impossible for us to advance, but we'll see. There's one thing I do hope they have worked on a little bit for the next iteration of the game, is some of the balancing. My gut feeling is they probably haven't, but you never know. You never know. I think I was something like a second off the pace in qualifying run and practice. I didn't actually complete the practice program since we're retiring from our career after this race. It didn't seem like it was very necessary. And we're going to start last regardless of what we did or do. I'm just curious. This is one of the turns where I seem to lose a ton of time, and this next sector, I don't understand exactly. Alright, well this time I lost the rear end going into there, I understand completely. But usually, even if I keep the car pretty tidy through here, I'm dropping about 7/10 through that set of turns. It's pretty crazy. I missed the groove there too. This is a terrible last sector altogether. So we're 2 seconds, 2.3 down from the leaders. Let's see where that would have put us. That was a messy lap. As I suspected, yeah, it wasn't even enough to get us through. Now I could have done better. I could have dropped half a second off that time if I had made another attempt. But this just goes to show you how much difference there is between 90 and 100 on the difficulty. It's pretty significant. Like I said, we're starting last anyway. I was just kind of curious. Let's go to the race and see what we can do. It might actually be pretty fun trying to race this mid-pack, and our manufacturer, constructor, those are the words I was looking for, standings. It's going to have some weight on Massa, on how he can do, weight on if we can get to the points or not, and we'll see what the Mercedes can do. Really, if we lose that, I'm fine. They deserved it anyway, but
Darkness is descending on our... We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row.
So much for that,
the rest of the grid we have Raikkonen, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Perez, Ocon, Massa, Hulkenberg, and Fernando.
I don't think our car is very good here either.
Okay, we've already won the championship, so relax and enjoy this race.
That's exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, Jeff. I've never agreed with you more. Simple strategy, nothing really of note there. Oh, wait, let me look at fuel. 16 laps, yeah, let's have some extra. Let's burn this motor down. Why not? Let's do party mode here, and let's have ourselves a fun race. Decent start. Let's get to the inside of some cars. You know how badly I wanted to make it 4 wide there. That was slick. That was really slick. Ooh, I had to lock him up to keep off Grosjean. Hey, Vettel, what are you doing back here?
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Sir, yes, sir. You can smell the points. They're so close. You got a good run here. On both of them, really. It is a good thing Ocon turned in when he did. Any later and we would have been up his backside. Hey, we made it up to 10th. I don't know how well we're going to hang here, but we're in the vicinity. And they are still side by side, and somebody just lost a piece of wing or something. He wasn't having any of that. That's fine. We want to stay with this pack. We want this pack to stay moving forward and close together so we can try to take advantage of more braking zones. Kind of a shame the Mercedes are the fastest here. But unless one of them had a problem, we didn't have a chance for winning that either way. And so we both would have needed to outpace Mercedes here, and that's unlikely to happen. Trying to get close again for the hairpin. We'll be able to get one on the straightaway here. Still using full rich mix. I got so much fuel, and we don't have to worry about saving this engine at all. Oh, we didn't quite get the run I wanted, though. Try and late brake him. May have touched him a bit there. And by may, I definitely did. It's party race! I just know as soon as this field stretches out, I am going to be mega hurting. Like they're going to be passing me like I'm standing still, I have a feeling. We shall see. Having Vettel behind me is a daunting challenge for sure. It would be really neat.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
It would be really neat if what you did and what you had going in your career mode in one game transferred over to the next sequel or iteration of the game. Since they know they're going to make it every year, it seems like they could do that. But I've never seen any indications that they wanted to do that. Wasn't within DRS range there. And Vettel was. This is going to be ugly. I'm actually going to turn off Rich. Try and save some. That's what I need. What's going on up there? I need that front group to get to racing. Close this pack back together. It's the only time I'm faster than they are is when they're having to race each other. Oh, hang-ups. It's not even raining, game. What are you doing? Just one last one for old time's sake, huh? The area I lose the most time. Not as much in the race, it seems, though. More so in qualifying and in practice. This is definitely above my skill level. No doubts about that.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
The practice programs are definitely woof by Vettel. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, we've lost the position. That's us down a place.
Yeah, no shit. He made sure we knew it, too. Moved over into us and then slammed on the brakes in front of us. Really gotta find a better solution for that. I think I have a solution that I'm gonna try for F1 2018. I think so, buddy. Buddy boy. Do I get it double or no? No, it doesn't work like that here. Somebody gave me like the 411 on how all those zones work, and they're like, hey, if you look at the map, you can see exactly where they all are. I cannot see that in the race, nor can my tiny little brain keep track of it all while trying to drive. I hear beep, I hit button. That's how it works for me. Front lock-up's not going to help us. Seems like we kind of ran back down Hülkenberg here at the end of the lap, though. I think we're going to be pitting next lap. I don't know what strategy
Okay, gap ahead is 2.
Moss is on, though, since he did out-qualify us. He got preferred strategy. And I'm worried I'm going to screw him if I pit this lap before I'm due. Or is he in front of me? Yeah, he's in front of me still. I don't know why I had it into my head that he was behind me. That's not true at all. So I'm definitely going to have to do another lap. Wait for this Vettel charge. Doesn't look like he's got one, actually. This is kind of a throwback to how our career started. You know, the kind of fight we were up against there. I'm really doing this as an experiment, so I know where I need to be in the next game. Not to say that they will actually keep these AI numbers anything alike or consistent, but yeah, I want to know where I need to be, because for sure we're going to be going back to the, you know, back of the grid. This track is not a perfect test for this because I am terrible here. But it's information nonetheless. It's letting me know where I stand. I didn't hear that Moss... Okay, there he is. I was going to dive in if I didn't see that.
Felipe's pitting now. Felipe is in the pits.
Alright, this is good to be following
Pit window is open.
Vettel.
Pit window is open.
I gotta get close enough to make it matter, though. So I'm gonna dive bomb into this chicane and try and get back to DRS range. I may have done it. I'll have a little tow regardless. Nope, didn't quite get there. But this should help our in-lap. We're getting a good run. And then I get to follow him through the part of the track I don't do well at. Oh, I might get DRS here. Yep, that will help this lap. I know this pit entry is a pain right in the butt.
Okay, we're ready for you. Box this lap.
Will do. Oof. I'd say these tires are getting a bit displeased. Screw up this sector. It's been a good in-lap. That was pretty tidy. Pretty tidy. Let's see if we get held on pit road at all. We might. When Vettel comes out. Oh, the McLaren stopped us. And we definitely got held for a good bit there. We're still behind Vettel. Hello, hang-ups.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
This crazy pit exit. Alright, so a bunch of people haven't pit yet. Different strategies going on. I really just want to get into the points. That would be a win for me today. To get points on a difficulty 10 levels above the one I'm running on. Would be pretty cool. We came out in front of Ocon, which is a good marker for where we stand. I don't know what the strategy of those ahead of us really is. I would imagine it's a one-stop strategy for everybody. Some might have just started on the supers instead of the ultras. I would love to get back to Vettel here to follow him through. He's gonna pass Hulkenberg or whatever. Or whatever. Ugly. I went through so many words right there. Settled on ugly. Alright. Another hang up for old time's sake. Vettel is battling now. They're battling up ahead, too. Would be good for us. We are at the 10th. So for my goal, I would just have to hold off Ocon to the end of the race. But I really want more. More would make me happy, and the fact that that group is racing each other makes me think it's possible. They're much too close to be running good times. The reason that I chose the lower difficulty with slower teams rather than the higher difficulty with higher teams. Hold on. Ricardo just screwed up his field. They were all super slow into there. That was ugly. Something's wrong with Ricardo's car, I think. Or he hasn't pit yet, maybe? I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, this group is getting held very badly. Yeah, he must not have pit yet. Clear him. Hold on, I'll have to get back to that point. Alright. Be in DRS range here, and I do have Rich to use. I'll probably make this move. But then I gotta try and stay in front of him. Easiest thing to do. Cleared. And clear. Okay. So what I was saying was, I chose to do the lower difficulty but slower teams because that you get to play the career more like a career that way. Versus I feel like if you play in a high difficulty and you know, march your way through the teams, you're probably going to have to start with a higher team in order to ever be scoring points. And it just doesn't, you don't get that feeling of like working up a ladder that way. I really enjoyed the format of kind of a compressed ladder system. We got to bring, you know, Renault good finishes and then push Williams pairing up with the car upgrade system.
The leader is 19.5 seconds.
Through the car upgrades and then through, you know, just my driving, we were able to push a team further up the grid, and that's fun. That's a fun way to do it, I think. It's maybe not the most realistic way to do it.
3.9 seconds.
But if I wanted a more realistic experience, I would play iRacing with this, and that's not where my skill level is. My iRacing skill level is far, far lower. So that's kind of the reasoning behind why I did what I did with the career mode. And I think it's been a success. You know, I've enjoyed it, and it's been, I think, one of the more, actually it's definitely been one of the most successful series I've ever had for various number of factors, but overall viewers seem to really enjoy it and get behind it. So I'm glad I did the format I did, and it's probably the format that I will choose for the next iteration of career. And hopefully it continues to be fun, because I'll be honest, I wasn't sold. You know, I've done a lot of F1 series, but never one with the career. I wasn't sold on if it was going to be successful or not, or if I was going to even enjoy it or not. The fact it's done as well as it has, and I've enjoyed it as much as it has, was a major bonus. And a pleasant surprise. Despite the fact that it was a, you know, technical nightmare. I've had more issues recording this series than any other series I've ever done. Issues with game hang-ups and just recording, you know, failures and issues. Completely changed the way I record and render videos solely based on this series. Stepped up to a 6 to 7 hour render time to make Formula 1 not look like garbage on YouTube. And all those things, I guess, worked out. And now we're going to have a fight. 3 more laps of staying ahead of a much faster Sebastian Vettel, while slowly catching Max Verstappen. Technically, not a huge change for us as we head to next season. We'll have, obviously, the Halo to deal with. But the tech regs didn't change massively from 17 to 18. I think the halo was such a big thing that they didn't want to make too many big shifts. Oh, this battle's heating up. It won't be until F1 2019 that we really see big changes. Assuming I'm still doing this then. I would certainly love to be, but we gotta hope that the next iteration of the career is equally, if not more, successful, so we can make this a sustainable thing. All you can do is hope. And you never know. Things may change completely by then. I certainly didn't predict this being a 3-season endeavor in one of my longest running series.
Right, some information on Grosjean. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Grosjean is behind us. That's not a factor. You poked the nose there. It's so hard to pass on this end of the track that my only real job down here is just to keep it tidy. I think starting next lap, I'm just gonna run this thing out on Rich. There's no reason for me to worry about any reliability stuff doing that. Ooh.
So the gap to our teammate is 6.7 seconds.
He did have a good race. He's currently sitting 4th, I think.
There's 3 laps of fuel
So he put in a good effort. And it's not impossible that if we had run in our normal difficulty, I could have won the race and maybe gotten 2nd place constructor. But I think I've had more fun doing this endeavor, and it's been more insightful. I got what I wanted. I do hope some of the career upgrade stuff is improved for the next iteration as well, so that you can more comfortably push a team forward instead of just pushing yourself forward. This season kind of came around. I think things evened out. So the stats of our car had improved enough at the end of last season that Massa started at a good enough base that he was able to do decent enough this season. Just tough turn a bit. As long as I hit the apexes and don't let him poke his nose in there, we'll be fine. Good enough gap behind us.
This is your final lap of the race.
I don't really know what caused Vettel to be back here unless he had a penalty I didn't notice. Frick. Is he there? Nope, he didn't quite get there. That was his opportunity. Or one of them anyway. And he missed it. Should have gone to Rich earlier.
The gap to the car ahead is 5.6 seconds.
That ain't gonna happen. Don't really even need that information. Nice. Chopped off his exit so he didn't have a good run. Alright, just hit my marks for the rest of the lap. Should be good. He's gonna have one more DRS run at the end of this straightaway. But we scored out of there really well. Yeah, I said it. I don't regret it. He's fine. Good sectors. Keeping it tidy. Very nice. To be a very hard-fought and well-earned, I think, 7th place finish. Considering what I was thinking it was going to be going into the weekend. Keep it nice and tidy here. Very nice.
Can't complain about that one. That was an excellent drive.
Can't complain about that one at all. Can't complain about this F1 2017 career at all. Well, maybe a little bit in the, bug department. But other than that, not too bad. Well, we'll wrap up the season here.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows.
At least Mercedes had a good race to end the season after their abysmal season, really.
Great effort from them today in a very difficult race. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced.
Oh,
Moving
no.
on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I think I'm going to award it to the Williams driver. They pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
It may already be wrapped
Fantastic.
up, but let's look at the constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
There won't be a next time, technically. However, we finished the season with 300 points, 23 ahead of Kimi Räikkönen, 38 ahead of Vettel, 59 to Hamilton, 85 to Bottas. Massa finishes the season in 8th place, passing Verstappen. He really did turn it around this season. Could have used him to do a little bit better. If he had been, a 6th place championship car, then I think we would have earned a constructor win. Or not a win, but a 2nd place anyway. And maybe fought Ferrari a little bit more. 3rd place, though, is very nice for the constructors, for our team, and of course, the championship. Well, I'm going to wrap up this career here. I don't know that there's really anything in the replay too pressing to say. I'm trying to remember. I think I bumped Ocon at one point, but that was kind of it. Let's advance, and I just want to give you a status as to where we would have ended the career. Like, what would have been Season 4. I think we would get an offer from Red Bull. That's my guess. Let's see what the end of the season looks like. These loading screens are still just as long as they always were. And I'm just going to keep talking. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, we get a resource points bonus for everything. Yada yada yada. Yeah, 1,931 points is what we would have gotten for the season bonus. That would be a big boost for Williams going into Season 4. We were leading our Vettel rivalry. There's your update on all of this stuff. And let's hear.
Quick question.
Yeah?
How are you here?
Well,
Happy?
I'm leaving.
I
That
mean,
bag's actually
obviously,
for me.
I hope so, but you do have some other options.
Oh, really?
New
Like
challenge.
buying a new game for
Just
$60?
grab the door. I had a call from another team a few weeks ago.
Oh, it was a
Well,
text.
things
Don't you
have
lie to
moved
me.
on since then. These are the offers I've managed to put together for you.
Yeah?
You don't have to do anything
The
with
lighting's
them,
messed up.
but let me know what you think.
Okay. Any day now. What you got for me? Come on, you can do it. Move to second driver for Red Bull would be the option indeed. So that's how slow the progression is in the game. Even if you win the championship, you're not going to get an offer from a team further up the grid. I would be here's where I think the offers should stand. In my fantasy career, it would be move to number 1 driver of Red Bull, move to number 2 driver of Mercedes, stay with Williams with your bonus, with your first driver bonus and your resource bonus, or a third option that's just something crazy like kind of like the Renault one is right now. Maybe they could entice it with something. That would be a more interesting system. This one, though, it's just like, okay, move 1 up the ladder every time and go to number 2. It's really stale. It's not very interesting. So we did Renault to Williams, which Williams was at that point 1 ahead of Renault, and then we would go to Red Bull on the next step. So that's, I gotta say, not the most interesting progression there. I think Red Bull, I believe, would be in a position where, to take our resource points, we could make that the number 1 team. That's doable, so that's at least interesting there. But that'll do it, everybody, for our Formula 1 2017 career. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting all along, and the different format changes and the experimentation we did. Stay tuned, starting this weekend, our F1 2018 career begins, and I hope you'll join me then.